All right, we are on the we're in the Solar States tournament. We're in the opening round in the rookie division. We're on the back nine. There we have it. There we have it. Let's see. Hole number 10. Hole number 10. We just need to get an eagle. We just need to get an eagle. I'm going to do a 10% on the drive. Off we roll. Let's make sure I got the stuff set up here. I just need, do I need a katana? Do I need a katana? Okay, I'm going to use a katana. Why not? Why not? Times the wind divided by 1.3. Here we go. Had a pretty good front side. Bounced off of one flagpole for a hole-in-one, but shot a 17, which I have no idea what's at the top. I'm assuming that up at the top, you're going to have to shoot. Man, I have no idea what the weekend round's going to look like, but I would assume that you're going to have to get at least a 32 or better. But I'm thinking 34 or better in order to have any shot at a banner. So that means you're going to have to shoot a 17 or better per side. There's a lot of opportunities to make shots out here. I will say there is a lot of opportunities to screw up. I think if you're doing that rough bump like my opponent's doing, I really do believe that we're like taking off like 5%. And it's super easy on that to get. That shot really, if we've got a headwind, you really got to watch that shot. You do not want to have to do anything extraordinary on that. And you really, I'm wedging my orange ring up between the sand and the rough. I don't think I need quite that much backspin. I was a little short. 3.5 on the front, 2.96 rings, right at 3 rings. Right at 3. And I'm going to put on about that much curl. Hitting it perfect. Maybe just a little teeny bit less backspin. It's hard. You know, the whole thing is that we do have a shot at hole-in-one here, but the whole goal is eagle. You got to remember that. That rough bump gives you the best, absolute best shot at hole-in-one. But it can also go seriously bad. If you hit it great to the left and you're doing the rough bump, you might get caught in it because your second bounce will get caught in the rough. And if you hit it great to the right, you'll miss the rough or end up in the sand. And so really you need to hit it perfect from that area down there if you're doing the rough bump. If you're doing the shot that I'm doing, I gave myself 2 rings of separation on either side. I had plenty of distance on the other side in front of the sand, so it's really kind of hard to screw it up, but I don't have as good a shot at hole-in-one. But, a lot of buts. We don't need hole-in-one, we need eagle. All right, hole number 11. I think this is the giraffe hole, if I'm not mistaken. It is the giraffe hole. Which way's the wind blowing? We got a side wind. Now, with a side wind, I think with that wind, I can bring out a Titan and take this with my Grizzly. And I did 1 per ring. Let's go look. Let's look at clubs. And let's look at long irons. Oh, bastard. It always does that. So if you're using a 3 power ball with a Grizzly, and I'm using a level 9, it's 0.9 per ring. So, okay, 0.9. Where does it switch to 1? I guess it doesn't. It's always 0.9. That's good because I think 0.9 is a better number. So I was doing a 10%. What was I doing here? Plus 10. 1.1 times the wind divided by 0.9 plus 0.1. All right, all right, all right, all right. Because I took it with my Grizzly on the front and I pulled it at 1 per ring instead of 0.9, and I was way off. Way off. Let's bring a Titan. The king of balls. Now that's a little teeny bit of headwind, and I am really close to the red line. What do I have for... Do I have any 4 Powerball that I got a shitload of? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. All right, we're just going to have to take it from where we have what we have. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. You did it perfect. You did it perfect. The Giraffe, par 3. Maybe. 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 I go first. Do I have enough room? I do. I do. Going right at the cup. And the wind is 4 miles per hour, so it's 4.98 rings, so it's 5 rings. Man. Let's see if we can get that. There's 4, there's 5. There's 4.98 exactly. Hitting it perfect. Is it in? No, hell no, hell no. That was way off. Shit, I needed to do a 20 there. That's about where I was before when I did the 1 per ring on the front side. I made this in the... I didn't pull it enough. I don't know what I did in the opening round. I made the hole-in-one here, but I literally barely clipped the rough. I mean, barely clipped the rough. I almost missed the rough entirely and would have ended up in the drink behind. It was bad, but it hit the flagpole and went in. Perfect. You'd probably be better off there playing with a Goliath so that you could get your... You'd have a little bit of room on the red line. You could play that shot every time with a Goliath, no matter which way the wind was blowing. Because if we get a headwind, I'd have to switch to a 0 Powerball and play it with my sniper so that I'm right at minimum club. Right at minimum club. And I'm not so sure we shouldn't be playing that at a plus 0.2 per 1 mile an hour of wind. That's the variable. That maybe we should be pulling out a little bit more. Arrgh. All right, all right, all right, all right. Hole number 3. What is hole number 3? Let's see which way the wind's blowing. That'll determine what kind of shot we got here. We got a headwind. So in a headwind on this hole, a headwind takes out this shot over here. And I think if you were trying to get a big power ball to try and bounce over to this side, I think any kind of headwind. Because when you're going over this water, that wind is really going to lay your ball down, and I don't think you can make it. So I think in a headwind, we're relegated to hitting off of this area. And you have 2 choices. Close to the sand up at the front, you can go straight at it or do an eye rough bump. Or if you're over here in the shadow, you got a straight up shot at it. I don't really like these eye rough bumps. And if you're going to do that, you need to bring a ball that's got side spin. At least 3. And I usually like to take this shot with the rock. It'll be more than enough. More than enough. And I can take this with a Titan, which I have selected. Now I might switch. If my red line's too, if I do have a red line on the drive, if I'm into the red, I may switch to a bigger club, but I don't think I will. Actually, I can take this with a katana. I think that'll be more than enough ball, excuse me. I should buy some katanas just to make sure I have some. Just to make sure. Here we go. I'm really disappointed. I'm getting on a lot of these holes and there's not signs out in the middle of the fairway. I don't understand why Playdemic's not putting signs out in the fairway. I mean, they put them in the rough an inch away from the fairway in the perfect spot for us to land. I'm surprised that they haven't put any on this particular course out there on that shadow, like they haven't put any signs like along this run over here. It really kind of, I think they're missing the boat. They're missing it. I want to be fully on that pad. I do not want to be messing around. I'm going to add on 10%, so it's 3.6, 100% accurate club. I'm just going to do 3.6. 3.6. Max curl. Oh, that's bad. I might have curled it too much with a grate, or I get caught up right. Okay, good. Ooh! It's shorter on the right. You can see over on the left, the fairway's running out like this. So on the left, if I'd hit it perfect, I had more distance in front of me, but you start hitting it great to the right, you take the risk of clipping the rough. And your starting spot on this island is really important because this island is domed like this. It's actually like this where it comes up and then it's got a flat area and then it's domed to the other side. And here's where the rough starts. So I like to give myself a full 5 rings. I count this curved area just like the rough. I want to be at least 2 rings away from that curved area, because if you hit on that curved area, you're definitely going to end up over here in the crap. Jackrabbit tee. I'm surprised they haven't come out with some tee features other than we get prizes from them, but like some feature. I can't believe they haven't come out with gloves, or we've got all these clubs coming out with grips where people can get better grips. I'm going to take this straight up. 3.9. Where am I at? Minimum club. So it's 3.9 divided by 1.2. It's 3 1/4 rings. Three and a quarter rings. There's 3 1/4. Ah! If you're going to hit it great one way or the other and it still have a shot, that's the better side to hit it on, but... And it blew through the break. If you hit it great to the left there, it's definitely going to miss. But if you hit it great to the right, it could. If it hits the break right, if you got the speed, if your speed's just right, it could drop in. But I was going a little bit too fast and blew through the break. See if my opponent can get it in. And they did a big pull there. That was like 3 or 4 rings. Theoretically, that should come in on the left. And it did. They overpulled it. It looked like they overpulled it. And they did. They did. In the hole. All right. All right. I have hit a lot of Albies on this in one-on-one play. And they've almost always been with my Guardian. But in tournament play, I don't know in tournament play if I've ever gotten an Albie here. And we've played these holes a bunch of times. We've had to have played these holes at least 20 times in tournaments. At least. Probably more. Hole number 13. What is hole number 13? Hole number 13. Hole number 4. All right. Which way's the wind blowing? .2 times, and I'm going to bring out a power 5 ball just to make sure I'm in the zone and I've got room. I don't have to do anything weird. Let me look here. Let me. Okay. The wind divided by 1.3. All right. Here we go. Here we go. It's all about the second bounce, and if the second bounce clips the rough and bleeds out onto the green, I got a pretty decent shot. But if I don't get my spin right, the second bounce will miss the rough, and then we're in the brown stuff. Because you got to put backspin in order to clip the rough, and if you don't do enough, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. 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 We want to hit it perfect. And you can do this with a power 3 ball. You can see they've got a little bit of a window. You can see where their second bounce is. But I want to bring out a power 5 ball so I don't have to, because they may have to leave a little bit of wind in or push some wind back in. Man, that was a big pull. That was 6 miles per hour. And they changed their spin after they looked at the shot, so I have no freaking clue. But it looked like an overpull to me. If you did 20%, that would be 0.8, 0.9. That would have been 5. Is it going to clip it? Yes, perfect. I really don't want to be on the left side, but they, as close as they are, look at the undulations on that. They have a shit ton of work left to do to get to the cup. That is not an easy putt by any stretch of the imagination. .1, 4.7 rings. There's 4, 7. I want to come in at it like this. Hitting it perfect. Now we'll see if I got my adjustments right. Clip the rough. Whew. Yes. Oh! All right. I still got a good shot from there, but I would have liked it not to get into the rough. I would have had a better shot if it would not have gotten into the rough. See what I'm saying? They got a tough-ass putt from right there. Man. Okay, there you go. Now you're right in the middle. That is a tough putt. Wasn't as tough as it could have been, but that was tough. That's not good. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Woo! Look at that. Looky, looky. Recovered. Recovered. I could have gone south. You at least have to get the par 4s. At least. And pick up at least something else. At least something else. All right, hole number 5. Hole number 5. Okay, I was doing a 20% on this, 1.2 times, whatever the wind is. And what was I bringing? Hole number 5, hole number 5. I think I brought a katana. A katana. A katana. Man, you got to pull over the sand here too. Let's think. I only got one of these, but it's only got one side spin. One side spin's not going to cut it. You got to have at least 3. At least 3. I liked it better when the wind was not blowing by the sand, because I don't want to have to pull over that sand. I'm going to bring one of those, because that's got 4 side spin. Let's select it. And I'll bring my sniper. Why not? Why not? Pretty sure this is with a sniper. All right. Here we go. I hit the flagpole on the front. I had just a little too much speed. Just a little. Ehrlich in France. See how they do. Let's see how they do. Now, I like hitting off of that spot right there, because you can center up. You can put yourself in. You really need a club that's got a lot of backspin. Let's see. Oh, well, they got room there, so that grate's not going to kill them, but that's definitely going to push them off the hole, and it will roll down. If it catches it here, it'll roll all the way. Yeah. You better hope that ball stops, because if it rolls down, it used to. If you missed the cup like that, it would roll down, and it would roll all the way down to where you would think it's going to get on the fringe, but there's a cup down on the bottom. There's Min. There's Max. I'm at mid club. 1.1. 1.1. .7 divided by 1.1. 1.85 ranks. .85 exactly. Hitting it dead center perfect. Ooh! Just pushed it off. Just pushed it off. Just pushed it off. Hit the flagpole and just pushed it off. All right. I came close both times on that, which is pretty good. It would have been nice if at least one of them would have dropped, though. At least one. That one. I need to pick up. Because the next par 4 is definitely difficult. Especially we've had tailwind in the opening, in the qualifying round. We had side wind on the front in the opening round, so we're due for a headwind, and this next par 4 is definitely harder in a headwind. Definitely. Kmart sucks. All right. Hole number 15. Hole number 15. Hole number 6. And I have not gotten to the right spot. Although I made this on the front, I made it from the sand with my Spitfire. I really want to get right here so that I can just take the shot at the cup. But I haven't gotten to the right spot yet. I think I can play this in that wind. I don't need to bring out, I think I used the one on the front. I think I can get over there with a Kingmaker or with a Titan. I don't think I need to bring out anything super, super special. I'm going to try it with let's try it with what are my pinned clubs? Let's try it with a Titan. All right. Let's try and avoid getting into the sand. I hit it 2 rings great to the right, and like that's a surefire way to get into the sand. And then in the opening round, I think I hit it 2 rings great to the left, and I ended up overshooting and ended up in the rough. Let's just hit it perfect and end up in the fairway. How about that? 1 out of 3 ain't bad. That is. I'm gonna take 1 topspin off. Man, that wind. 3.1 divided by 1.3 times 3.1, 286. And it doesn't put me too much in the power. Hitting it perfect. Wow, it only took me one. Now let's see if I can make it over against a little bit of headwind. Did I make it in the clear? Made it in the clear. Roll in. Rolling. Rolling. I'm going to do 0 plus 0.1. Wherever I'm at in my club, plus 0.1. Here we go. And I'm not so sure, like if the wind was like 4 miles an hour, it wouldn't be plus 0.2, or you'd have to, it's like the wind variable that they have in there is like 0.005 or something. Wherever I'm at in my club, I'm at max club. It's 1.1 per ring, so it's 3.8 divided by 1.1 would be 345. I'm going to do 36. .6 rings. Let's get lined up with the wind. There's 3, 6. Oh, fucking I hit it great. Arr! Arr! That would have been, if that hadn't been in the hole, it would have been right on the edge. That was so, not hitting it perfect. Yeah, I'm with you. Yes, that is me right there, exactly. There's me and there's Max. They're at mid Hornet. I used the Hornet. I love the Hornet. The biggest mistake I made upgrading my clubs was upgrading my Hornet to level 9. I should have left it at level 8. At level 8, I had the numbers. Like, I don't know what the numbers are in the book for it, but I hit it at 1.1, 1.9, 2. I think it was 2.1, maybe 2.2. And I slayed with that club. I mean, if I was in my Hornet range and I hit it perfect, it was going in the hole. I mean, I love that club. And then I upgraded it to level 9, and it changed the accuracy to 100%, and it ruined it. I'd like to go back and retro that and knock it back to level 8. I wish they'd allow you to do that. They're my clubs. It'd be nice. I would give up whatever the whatever. I'd pay 1,000 because I think I have. I'm not sure how many I have in my Hornet. I probably have 600 or 700 extra clubs in it at level 9. I'd give them all up just to put it back to level 8. That Kingfisher is an awesome club, though. If I'd hit that perfect, that was right there. And I made that in the front with a Spitfire. Would have been nice to make it in the back. It would have. 16. Hole number 16. Hole number 16. Oh, that duck hole. Which way's the wind blowing? You know, it's... Oh, I can't believe it's not a headwind. I can't believe it. Okay. I need a power 5 ball. And it's 1.2. All right. Let's see here. Let me think. Let me put my thinking cap on too. Divided by 1.3. All right. All right. I'm gonna put a little teeny bit of this wind, like maybe one ring of this wind back in order to get to the spot. And we need to hit this perfect. There's just no two ways around it. There's no two ways around it. 3.1, 2.62 rings. I want to be right there. And what is that? It's about a ring and a half. Four topspin. 3.6 or 2.62 rings. Okay, there's the 262. I'm going to push that forward wind back in it so I don't have to do any overpower. Hitting it perfect. Here we go. Here we go. This is all it right here. Whoa down, Cat Daddy. Whoa down. Whoa down. Whoa. That was 4 topspin. Probably could have did like 3.5, 3 3/4, a little less. I over curled it in the qualifying round, and I did end up making it, but I ended up in this rough right here. If you had a 5-power 3 side spin ball, you wouldn't have to do any curl at all. I think if they hit the right spot, it could be in a slight bit of bother. I'm not sure that's going to work out like they wanted, because they had power and stuff on there. Doesn't that? That's exactly what it looked like it was going to do. It was going to hit the rough. They were testing to get to that area by putting overpower on it. And they adjusted to leave the wind in, but then they didn't put any overpower on it to get it up to that spot. Perfect. In the hole. Eagle. Dun, 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 dun. They're saving all the big headwind stuff for the weekend around. Somebody was asking something about a Spitfire a long time ago, and I was like, for me, the recovery clubs, your sand wedge and your rough iron are all about distance. And they were arguing, yeah, when a Sahara gets all the way maxed out, it's like, it's like, number one, who's going to wait long enough to get to their Sahara maxed out? And number two, even if I had a maxed out Sahara, I don't know that I would use it over because if I have a maxed out Sahara, I probably have a better Spitfire. Why would I not use my Spitfire? When I got my Spitfire, I put it in my bag, because I think it starts off with 120 in distance, and when you're, it can save you. And then it only gets better every time you get a level on it. I put it in my bag, and I don't, other than a few tournaments where I've changed it to go with the Houdini because I wanted a backspin club, I don't take it out of my bag. It's a usual suspect. It's always there. All right, this hole is 1-to-1 plus, or 1-to-1 minus 0.1. 1 right hand side spin, 3 1/4 top spin. I'm at mid club. Which way's the wind blowing? Dun, 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 dun. And I can use a navigator, cut the wind down a little. Plus it makes it easier to set the spin up because it only has 1. I want to use a sneeper. I'm in mid club, and I'm going to add on 10%, so those balance each other out. So it's whatever the wind is minus 0.1. Three 1/4 top spin. And I think with the, okay, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The Guardian. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that shot's going to miss by a mile. Because that shot's going to miss by a mile. Hit it perfect. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. What did you think that was going to do? You had it lined up in front of the hole, and the wind was blowing in your face. Come on. Come on. 3 1/4. Whatever the wind is, minus 0.1. 3.8 rings. Let's get lined up. There's 3. 8. Hit it perfect. Get in the hole. Dead center perfect. Woo! In the hole. All right. All right. In the hole. In the hole. Hole number 18. I have no idea what's at the top. But 32's here. I got to think that there's got to be somebody up at the top that's got a 34. So we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Now, okay, first of all, which way's the wind blowing? All right, that wind works for us. Let's go look at the hole. Let's glance at it just so we make sure I am thinking of the right hole. All right, I am thinking of the right hole. All right, I want to take a berserker. 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 All right. 10% on the drive times the wind. I need a power 9 ball right here. That way I wouldn't have to do any overpower. Or at least a power 7. Maybe a power 8. You guys haven't bought any of those? Come on. Do you not like Playdemic? Want to buy their power 8 balls? Precision 64. They got a nice little angle right there. Nice angle. All of it. Let's get it all. Let's get it all. Let's get it all. 2.5 rings of separation. Give me a little bit of room in case I totally tank it. 4.1 divided by 1.3. 3.5 rings. Hitting it perfect. Oh, now I have to make an Albie. Now I have to make the Albie. What the hell happened there? What happened there? How did that happen? I am mystified on how that happened. I'm mystified. Well, at least the worst thing I can get is a birdie, so I'm going for it again. Maybe my opponent will make it and make it. Oh, that was close. That was close. All right, now I have to make the Albie in order to get the eagle. The eagle. The angle. How the hell did that happen? I pulled back to here. How in the hell did that happen? On a perfect shot. And the wind's blowing me farther up. I don't even know how the hell that happened. 364. It's the same adjustment that I made before. 3.5 rings. I have no clue how that happened. Hitting it perfect again. Now watch. Let's see if it hits in the drink again. How did that happen the first time? I mean, how did it even... I have no clue how that even happened. Okay, this is 1-to-1 plus 0.1. All right. Because I'm in mid-club. Once again, I'm in mid-sniper. 1-to-1 plus 0.1. Let's make the Albie. Get our eagle. And count it as the biggest recovery of the round. All right, here we go. Just need to hit it perfect. I'm in max club. I must be in max. I am. I'm actually got some pretty good distance on that drive. It's 1-to-1 plus 0.1, so it's 3.9 rings. There's 3, 9. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. In the hole. Woo! Look at that. Recovered. I have no idea what happened on that drive shot, on that first drive shot. I have no idea. Like, I'm going to have to go back and rewind the video and watch it. I mean, you guys have the benefit when you're watching the video. You can do it right now. But, like, what the hell happened right there? I have no clue. And I'm really surprised that there isn't a 34 up at the top. I'm real surprised. Real surprised. 2 Albies. That's what beat me. Is that what beat me? 2 Albies? Tied for position in opening round with 2 Albies. Yeah. I'm lucky I got what I did. All right, I'll take the 33, but like there's a lot left out on the course. That shot right there, I have no idea what happened on that. I just have no idea. No clue. And what's funny is I set up in the same exact spot and I had the same exact win on the second shot, and I did the same exact shot and I hit perfect both times, and one time it just completely blew the fairway. Like what the heck? And I mean, it's not like it bounced. I have no clue what happened on that. No clue. I'll have to look. You've all rewinded and looked at it and went, "Oh, we know exactly what happened," but I have no clue. All right, there you have it. That was the opening round of the Solar States Tournament in the rookie division. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Be safe and have a good weekend.